I knew I didn't want to do drugs. I knew I didn't want to be a pimp. I knew I didn't want to have that lifestyle. I knew I didn't want to do that, but I was right in the middle of it.
Booker just kind of fell through the cracks. Here's a kid that was literally on his own, and then he ends up getting a job with sweeping the floors in a heroin den, and it doubled as a brothel. He's trying to survive. He's trying to live till tomorrow.
I had no ambitions. I was in that whirlwind, and it was spinning, and where it stopped, and that's where I was gonna go.
When you have that mindset and you're stuck in that position, you do things that are, you look back and say, well, that was a terrible decision.
You just start making your own rules. Whether those rules are right or wrong, you just start making them. And that's what I did. I remember hanging out with my buddies, and they became my family, and we started writing our own blueprints.
So when he sees an option to deal a little pot or rob a fast food restaurant, of course he's going to do it.
The robbery, the incident, the way it started. It was myself, a friend of mine, Zachary, a friend that I grew up with, Wendell. We worked at Wendy's. There was this one manager, just used to give us a hard time all the time. We were talking about it one day, man, we should rob them. We did it. And we got away with it, the store that we actually worked at. And then we did it again, and we got away with it. Somebody said, hey, man, when we going out again? Let's do it. We got away with it again. It's like we were ever gonna get caught. We saw it on the news, and we were like, man, this thing is getting crazy. You know, we're getting really big. We were like rock stars then. It's like cat and mouse, catch me if you can. It's hard to understand, how do you think you know more than the cops? That's their job. They'll come to the office, only thing they do is sit around and investigate and try to figure out how to catch someone doing wrong. I was coming home to my apartment, came around the corner, and I saw no one. It was so quiet that night. And I just remember, man, just something does not feel right at all. And literally 10, 15, 20 people came out at the same time. And they all had guns, and they were all pointing at me. That ride from 45 and 610 to downtown Houston to the county jail, that was the longest ride I ever had. I was in Harris County for about 8 months. I sat in that jail waiting on whether I was either gonna go to trial or I was gonna take a plea. And I was gonna take a plea. I knew I was wrong. I knew I was guilty. I knew I would have been convicted very, very easily. I took the sentence, which was 5 years. I had to go to a place called Pac 2. It was in Navasota, Texas. I remember seeing the chain gang on television. I didn't think that was a real thing. I thought it was just something that was outdated or in the past. But we really had to wake up early in the morning and we'd get on the back of this big truck and we would go to literally just clear a field. And we would do it pretty much by hand, pulling up stumps. And it was for hours. And I'm like, man, this is real. This is as real as it get right here. It was an education for me as well. I got a chance to get my GED. I wanted to go to school. I wanted to learn more. I wanted to be able to teach myself. I got a chance to work on the laundry, you know, and doing detail from that perspective, learning about myself, atone for my mistake and, you know, try to move on in life.